Hello and welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2026 and another part of our modded career mode with Audi. Today we are back with the Japanese Grand Prix. Looking forward to it, seeing how we get on. I have went into the files and just updated some of the performance for some of the teams a little bit, reflected on the Australian Grand Prix. So I've, upped Mercedes a little bit and made Aston Martin even worse. So hopefully it'll be a little bit more realistic. It'll probably need a little bit more tweaking here and there. But yeah, we want this to be as authentically 2026 as possible. But yeah, Ferrari off to a great start so far, but yeah, Mercedes definitely needed a little bit more performance. So yeah, let's move on with our lives then. So we've got the design for the suspension through, so we can get that manufactured straight away. We want the new one. We want 4 of them, really. Yep, so let's get them manufactured. They won't be on the car for the next Grand Prix, but that will give us a little bit of extra performance, which is fantastic. Invested in Freddie Slater. Okay. We've identified one of our affiliate drivers as possibly benefiting from a bit of further investment. Okay, let's go for it. Let's sponsor him. And hopefully that will help his development. Okay, underfloor is ready to construct. So let's go 4 of them. Yeah, very good. Okay. And we have scouted a couple of new race engineers. I do feel like we're lacking a little bit in the staff department. We've got Stephen Petrick and Juan Manuel Lopez, but I do think we probably want to get some new boys in. So I'm looking at Hugh Bird, especially 86 rated. Ben Mitchell is 84 rated, but Hugh Bird, of course, Sergio Perez's former engineer. I think he could come in and do quite a good job. So what could we do here? So if we got him in for Nico Hülkenberg, maybe that might be quite nice, mightn't it? If I went to 1 million, that's more than enough. So yeah, let's go for 600. Bit of a sign-in bonus there as well. We'll see if he'll agree immediately. Let's offer it. Contract accepted. Perfect. Okay, so we're happy with that. We are going to hire now. And there we go. So Hugh Bird is in. There we go. So Juan Manuel Lopez in the other car. Hugh Bird is going to be with Nico. And we'll leave Juan Manuel Lopez there for now. But we could bring in... You know what? We're going to just go for completely new race engineers for this race. He's going to come in to C2. And I'm hoping that means that we'll get some nice radio lines in there. So let's just offer the sign-in bonus as well. Basically the same salary as what we've just done for Hugh Bird. Okay, nice. Right. So we've got those coming in. So Ben Mitchell's in. So he's going to be Gabriel Bortoletto's driver, race engineer. And we've got Hugh Bird along with Nico Hülkenberg. That seems good. Okay, cool. Right, let's continue on then. And we'll be ready for this Japanese Grand Prix, which is all very exciting. And we have had some manufacturing complete as well. So let's head to the warehouse, suspension-wise. Let's get the new suspension on car 1. Nothing in the underfloor department just yet, and I don't think we've had any upgrades through for the other parts of the car. No, not yet. Probably want to design a couple more parts, don't we? Got the front wing coming in a couple of days. Let's get a new rear wing going as well. Okay. Yeah, so we want a bit more drag reduction and a bit more X mode delta. I think that will massively help us out. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, cool. We'll put 4 engineers on this one. And we'll get another design going this time for the chassis. Get a new chassis in. And yeah, this one can just be a bit of a sort of overall general update. Okay, cool. Right, let's set some race targets then. So, car performance apparently 11th for Nico Hulkenberg, 12th for Bortoletto. So let's get ourselves in to this 2026 Japanese Grand Prix.
Konnichiwa from the Suzuka circuit in Japan. This unique track is a favorite home for motorsports, and it welcomes us back this weekend. Get ready for exhilaration and speed with the Japanese Grand Prix. It was Charles Leclerc who tasted victory in the last race, but he will surely be looking to find the recipe for success again and achieve another podium place. Okay then, let's get to it.
Okay, right, let's have a quick look at the weather before we continue. Looks like it could be light rain once again in the race, so that's interesting, isn't it? But I'll get into practice and I'll see you guys for qualifying.
Welcome everyone to qualifying. This should be a good one.
Suzuka is a notorious circuit both for its unpredictable weather and the difficulty of closely following other cars. Making the right call on when to head out to avoid traffic and dirty air can make all the difference here.
There, of course, we've got Nico Hulkenberg. How do you think he's faring heading into qualifying?
I'll say this, it's always a pleasure seeing a confident driver take to the track. Being in the right frame of mind is a real advantage.
You're going to want to...
Right, okay, let's get ourselves into qualifying then. It's been pretty good so far in terms of where our car is at. So I think we're pretty happy overall with the performance of the car. So we're going to send the boys straight out there. So here we go then, into qualifying 1. And let's see what the performance is like.
Green light.
So we're going to send out Nico Hulkenberg first. He's going to head straight out there. We'll see what he might be able to pull off.
Ready to
There
check.
he goes, heads out.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, nice. All right, Bortoletto's going to head out there as well. So here we go then. Let's see what we've got in our first laps of qualifying. Let's head on board with Nico Hulkenberg, who is going to be flying through these corners. There's Max Verstappen getting out of the way quite nicely. So still pushing round. Let's keep an eye on his times. So 31.6 first sector, 31.7 for Gabby Bortoletto. Flying through middle sector now. 37.0 for Hulkenberg, and he comes up to the line to 128.3. It's a good time, 36.8 there
At the end of this lap.
for Bortoletto. It seems like Gabby is going to go a little bit quicker then as he comes round, and he does. It's a 128 flat. And wow, well, look at that. Leclerc comes round and it's a 126.7 straight away from him. So really excellent stuff from the Ferrari. And he's, you know, had a great start of the season as Charles. As Max Verstappen goes a little bit quicker than him. We'll keep an eye on where the likes of Lance Stroll is going to end up. And here he comes over the line. Where's he going to go? He goes 11th, so level with Perez there. Which feels about right, doesn't it? And, well, Russell's out there now as well. Fernando Alonso out there. Piastri goes quickest for McLaren, just ahead of Max Verstappen there. Well, here we go then. Let's see what the Mercedes can do. Russell in that first sector looking mighty. So a little look at sector times. Yeah, green first sector for Russell. Thought it might be purple, to be honest, but coming through up towards Spoon Curve, he's going to get held up by the Alpine. And that means that Russell's might not even get through here with this time. Only 7th. Okay, Alonso 19th. Not great for him. Right, so I think Hülkenberg is going to need another lap at this. Where's Bortoletto? Might be alright. He's up in 9th at the minute. Just looking at who's below him. Yeah, might need both of them to set another good lap. Antonelli out there now. What can he do? I'm thinking let's get the Hulk out there now. And Bortoletto, why not? While the track is quiet, let's try and get those lap times in. Antonelli 21st at the minute. So not ideal. Anyway, Hülkenberg, can he get through this traffic? I don't think he can. So we're going to have to back off, I think.
Keep this tyre in shape.
Copy.
So recharge on.
Copy.
Battery's
I
full.
don't think
Yep.
Bortoletto will have managed to go any quicker in that first sector than he did before. Yeah, that's not good, is it? So I think just call Gabby in. And here we go then.
Let's push here.
So he's going to push now.
Copy.
We'll cancel that car call in.
Limiter. Box, stop on the box.
And let's see what he can do then. He's got one more lap at this. Nico Hülkenberg, and he needs to avoid the traffic desperately. And there's going to be nothing that Gabby Bortoletto can do. Coming through this first sector, this is hopefully going to be a great first sector for Nico Hülkenberg. And it is a 31.3, very good first sector. Let's keep moving on. We're looking for at least a 36.8 in this middle sector as Russell sets the fastest first sector time of anybody for Mercedes. Coming through that middle sector, and it's not great. It's just matched what he did before, and there's a yellow flag. I think Hulkenberg could be out here, you know, and it's Antonelli running wide. Hulkenberg is going to be out. I don't think he's got enough fuel for this, so yeah. Well, he's out anyway because he's retired on track, hasn't he? Yeah, so Hulk is going to be out either way. I mean, Antonelli is absolutely going to do enough here anyway. As George Russell has gone quickest at the end of this session. Here comes Antonelli, surely going to get himself into that top 17. Over the line he goes. And yes, he's up to 9th. So Hulkenberg, 17th anyway. Disappointing for the German. And, well, you look at the Aston Martins really struggling down there, aren't they? I don't know where Alonso is. It looks like he's still pushing. So he's green in this middle sector. As Hamilton's gone P4. And now coming through this final couple of corners, it's Fernando Alonso up to the line. Where's he going to go? Gets up to the line, and he only goes 21st. Well, what a disappointment for Aston Martin. Slower, or the slowest two cars on the grid, 21st and 22nd. Hulkenberg will start in 18th place. Bortoleto, very lucky in the end, but he now gets our main attention. George Russell looking very, very quick out there, isn't he? Right, okay, into Q2 then. I think we'll put out a banker time straight away with Bortoleto.
2, 1, should be green.
And see what he can do. Hopefully no traffic out there. Yep, shouldn't be any traffic on this lap. But Gabriel Bortoleto comes through, and it's a 1:27.6. So that's a decent time. Should be enough to be fairly competitive. Leclerc locking up there, so, you know, some mistakes from some of the boys out there. Also coming through, he goes second, so it's very, very tight at the top. Bortoleto currently in 11th after the first runs. Let's see what we can do then. I'm really hoping that he's not going to get caught out in traffic or caught out by yellow flags. Can we get Gabriel Bortoleto through into Q3? Let's head on board with him now. And this is it. Here we go. Heading on board with Gabriel Bortoleto now coming through this first sector. He's going to be following fairly closely behind Max Verstappen. I feel like that's got to be a bit of an advantage, hopefully. But we will see. Green first sector. So Lawson and Sainz and Leclerc. Leclerc's out. Championship leader Leclerc. He is out in Q2. That's huge. Well, 36.8 middle sector. This is an improvement from Gabriel Bortoleto coming round now. Let's see what he's got as he comes over the line. Where's this going to put him? It's in the 27s. 27.5 puts him 9th for now. Isaac Hadjar is out there. 14th at the minute. Colapinto goes 10th. Lindblad's the other one. And he has got to be improving. He is looking very, very rapid out there. Norris has gone quickest, by the way, by 1/10 of a second. Here goes Lindblad. He's going to go over the line. Can he get into the top 10? Yes, he can. He goes 7th. Right. It's all on Isaac Hadjar now. It was a non-personal best. First sector. And well, to be fair, it looks like he's backed off. So Bortoleto is going to be through. Awesome stuff from him. And that is huge. Wow. Charles Leclerc out. Isaac Hadjar out. But Gabriel Bortoleto is through. Very nice. Right, okay. So we've got 2 sets of new tyres here. And I don't think we're going to want soft tyres for tomorrow, so let's use them up.
Okay, should be green now.
I'm going to send him straight out there. See what he can produce. Yeah, managed to get past Hamilton there. It's all going to be on the second flying lap, really. 28.1. Oh, sorry, 28.3, so that's nowhere near enough. Which is a shame. It was Hamilton giving him a little bit of bother on the track. George Russell currently in pole position. I'm going to send him out there now. I'm really hoping that there's a good amount of clean air. So let's ride on board and watch Gabriel Bortoleto as he attempts to qualify 7th. I'd say that's probably as high as we can get. Gasly looks very, very quick. I don't think we can get as high as Gasly. Hamilton's out there as well. He's going to improve, surely. Well, 9th at the moment. It's green first sector. Very good. 31.2. That's what we're looking at here. So we know 36.8 is pretty competitive in that middle sector as he comes through. It's a 36.6, so this is very good from Gabriel Bortoleto then, as Lindblad gets himself up into 6th place. Here comes Gabriel Bortoleto then, as he goes across the line. Can he get into the 26s? No, he can't. It's a 27.3 though, which is 5th place. That is a huge time from Gabriel Bortoleto. I think Gasly's done. Antonelli up into the top 5. Hamilton's the one to watch. Let's have a look at his sector times. He's green in that first sector. Norris purple in that first sector. So Gasly and Albon, I think they're done for. Bortoleto up in 6th place. Brilliant from him. And here we go then. Lewis Hamilton. Where's he going to get up to? 2 green sectors so far. He's coming round. Heads up to the line. Goes 5th. Be a little bit disappointed with that. Yellow for Lando Norris in that middle sector. I don't think he's going to do enough, is he? He's coming around the final corner now. Is it going to be enough for pole position? Let's find out. Over the line, he goes 2nd. Wow, that was close. Just 0.03 of a second then between the top 2. But it's George Russell for the first time this season who takes pole position. Norris and Piastri 2nd and 3rd. Very good from them. And Max Verstappen in 4th, ahead of Lewis Hamilton in 5th. Kimi Antonelli qualifies in 6th. Good to see him back on form. Gabby Bortoleto, brilliant qualifying session 3 to qualify in 7th, ahead of Gasly, Lindblad and Alex Albon. So let's get ourselves in to the race.
It won't be long before we get underway here in Japan with 53 figure-of-8 laps around this historic circuit.
Anything can happen at Suzuka, as Kimi Raikkonen proved in 2005. The Finn battled all the way from 17th to win. Will we see a similar show of will and talent today, I wonder?
Drivers will battle it out this weekend on the snaking turns of Suzuka, the only figure-of-8 track in Formula One. High-speed downforce will be the name of the game here, if teams want to secure a place on that podium. Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
Okay, right. It is going to rain. And I had forgotten that fact, so That is interesting. I was thinking we wouldn't be using the soft tires, so I'm thinking. Whoops! Could we switch this around and do some aggressive times on the hards, then the mediums, and then go on to the inters? Yeah, I think that could look good. Whereas Nico, he can go out there on 2 soft tyre strategies. Yeah, I quite like that, you know. Take those soft tyres a bit longer, have the fresh ones. Bit of an overcut for Nico Hülkenberg. He's, yeah, you know, we're going to have to do some crazy stuff. I'm going to take out 3 laps of fuel from Hülkenberg. Make him nice and fast at the start. Take a lap out of Gabby Bortoletto's. So let's give him a bit of stuff from the start of the race and see what he can do. Here we go then for the start of the Japanese Grand Prix. Can we get Gabriel Bortoletto's first points of the season?
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. And here's George Russell settling in for the race.
They start in P1, but will they be able to stay there? The first corner could be so crucial.
And it'll be exciting to see just what will happen here today.
Okay, here we go then.
Warmed up. They're ready to go here at the Japanese Grand Prix. And it's
Lights out, away we go. They were held quite long there. And George Russell off to a great start. But it's going to be Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri side by side into turn 1. Piastri gets round the outside of his world champion teammate. Norris slots into 3rd, Verstappen 4th, Antonelli passes Hamilton into 5th. Then we've got Bortoletto in 7th. Hülkenberg down in 17th. We're going to tell him to be aggressive on his overtaking here.
Yeah.
As we push hard at the start of this race to try and make some ground.
Just got to be patient here.
So here he goes then. Let's maybe ride on board with Hülkenberg and hopefully he can follow through a Charles Leclerc. Or you know what? I'm actually going to switch this strategy around. Let's be aggressive early on with Hülkenberg. And actually take the opportunity to use soft tyres for longer later. Yeah, I think that's better. So we're going to do that. I'm going to be aggressive now with Hülkenberg.
Wheeling them in.
Take everything you can out of these tyres. Now, Bortoletto is the only man out there on the hard tyres, so that's difficult. He's going to have to try and stay ahead of the likes of Pierre Gasly in this race. And then what can Hulk do?
DRS enabled.
It's George Russell,
P17 at the moment.
who has taken the lead. Now here we go then. This is Hülkenberg territory.
Behind 1.2.
And he potentially is going to go down the inside. Doesn't manage it there. But yeah, nice to hear some engineer voices. Yeah, didn't work there. Let's go balanced on that.
Coast now. Okay.
Well, there's Gasly having a look, but Bortoletto is okay for now. Let's go neutral. That's fine. They're desperately trying to go down the inside there. Now here we go then with Hülkenberg round the outside of Leclerc. What a move that is. That is huge. What a move. Brilliant. And he's also going to have a look at Carlos Sainz here. He's going to go down the inside into Spoon, and he's through. Up to 15th. Huge from Nico Hülkenberg at the start of this race. Fantastic. Right, back down to aggressive here.
Tyres.
Until he hopefully catches up to the next group of cars. Which is very quick, isn't it? No X mode then. Well, there goes Gasly's through on Bortoletto. So these hard tyres may well not work out for us. With Gabby. Yeah, so I didn't think that we would need the soft tyres today, but yeah, clearly we do. Anyway, Hülkenberg making up for a poor qualifying. Just going to have a look down 130R there. I'm going to use some overtake with the X mode. No, doesn't quite manage it there. Come on. Need to get past Isaac Hadjar pretty quickly. But it's not happening right now. But we might get him here. What a chance down in the Spoon, and we get him. What a move once again from Hülkenberg, who's now up to 14th. And starting to get towards points territory here. Just going to constantly be aggressive and then come in a bit earlier and hopefully undercut all of these guys. Well, nearly got him into Degna 1. Into the hairpin, doesn't quite manage it, but this is good from Bortoletto. I mean, Hülkenberg, obviously in a very light Audi. You know, we're going to have to do some management a little bit later on, but I thought it was important for us to regain some positions. I'm going to do some harvesting in this first sector, try and get that charge back up. He's harvested as much as he can in that first sector, and now he's got a little bit of energy to use. A bit later on, but Russell currently leading ahead of Norris, but it's very close at the front, isn't it?
Did we give it a couple of laps?
Copy.
Okay, right, let's see if we can harvest again in this first sector. Bortoletto, by the way, managing to stay ahead of Lindblad for now. Lindblad past Bortoletto now. I think we've made a mistake with the hard tyres for Gabby. I feel bad. That was a bad choice. Well, I'm going to deploy ERS now. And see if we can get Ocon here. I think we will be able to. We're nice and close. This is the chance now. Here we go. Yep, there we go with Hulkenberg. Oh, I thought he was going to do it there, but didn't quite have the straight line speed to manage it there. That's the limitation of this Audi engine. Might be able to get him into the hairpin though. And there we go, down the inside, beautifully done. And now up towards Spoon. Can we get Colapinto? I don't think so. Right, we're going to come in this lap. Oh, it could be in the 130R. This could be a huge move. No, doesn't manage it there. Right, here we go then. Into the pits comes Nico Hulkenberg. And this is a huge moment in this race. Because now... yeah, it's a good pit stop. Now he's got fresh, soft tyres. And those guys are in traffic. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a good opportunity to undercut the rest of the boys out there. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of energy with Bortoletto just to try and get himself back up towards the back of Arvid Lindblad.
With P9.
Okay.
Albon behind. He's 1.2 behind you.
Right, so then. Here we go. Bortoletto on Arvid Lindblad, and he's going to go around the outside, and he's through. Well, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. But we'll take it. Right, we're going to go uber aggressive now. See if he can take stuff out of these tyres. Quick look at how the tyres are getting on across everybody. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, really, from our perspective. Right, one more lap for Bortoletto. He comes in, puts on those medium tyres. Now Hulkenberg has reached the back of the pack. Super important that he makes it past them without much effort. Yeah, nicely done. He's got Valtteri Bottas coming up next. Should be straightforward. Bortoletto's in. Decent pit stop, 3.1. There goes Hulkenberg, and to be fair, Hulkenberg is past Bortoletto. Wow. That is a huge undercut. So Hulkenberg in the points, essentially, and I'm hoping that Bortoletto is going to get the same sort of treatment from an undercut here. Oh, VSC. Right, well, that's it. The worst possible time, isn't it? Damn it.
Yep.
So the rate now 7 minutes away.
And that's Ollie Behrman. Let's have a look at what's happened to him. Oh, he lost in the Degner too. And that is Ollie Behrman out
We can just focus on charging the pack.
of this race.
Bit more lifting closer will help. Into our management.
Good.
So let's back off now.
Copy.
Paints.
Okay, deployment should be good.
Copy. How are the rear ends now?
Just
Hang
run
on.
your tyres. VSC ending.
Okay.
Right then, here we go. So Nico Hulkenberg needs to get past Lance Stroll pretty quickly.
Just getting a few spots now.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
perfect.
here comes the rain. Maybe a little bit earlier than what we were expecting. Interesting, isn't it? And there he goes, having a look potentially at 130R. Didn't manage it. Needs to get past now. And will do. So,
Virtual safety car, virtual safety car.
got VSC again, and that's Albon
Delta
this
positive.
time, I think.
Yeah, confirm.
There's
Annoying.
been a crash.
Let's have a look. And yeah, it was Albon, and I think is that Charles Leclerc as well. But no, he lost it just like Ollie Behrman did into the barrier. And Albon's out as well.
So that lifting coast will help.
Right. So, Hulkenberg. I think he's okay
don't
for
see my
now.
tips.
Feel that temperature.
There's quite a bit of pressure on this because the other guys are surely not going to come in now.
Virtual safety car in it.
Copy.
Cancel lifting coast for now. Cancel lifting coast for now.
Right, anyway, off we go once again. What can Nico do here? Perez, Alonso, Colapinto. Should be easy enough to get. Bortoletto now up into a very good position, just behind his teammate. Okay, so we need to get Perez here. Come on. Yes, pulls to the inside. Should get past him, and we do. Bortoletto just behind that battle as well. Okay. So, next up is Franco Colapinto. And looking at tyres, everybody else is going to struggle on their current tyres. Come on, Nico. It's just struggling with top speed at the minute. Can't make it down the inside there, but should be able to get him on the straight here. But he's not doing. I'm gonna have to go more aggressive on these tyres, get them up to temperature. I think we're just going to have to take more risks in general, aren't we? Down the inside he goes. Very good. Up to 13th. Right, Alonso next. And Ocon. And Lindblad, I don't think too far ahead. Oh, wow. Good stuff. Hulkenberg down the inside he goes. This is better. Okay. Let's attack one now with the tyres for Bortoletto. I think we've lost out here. Verstappen comes in. I think there's a few guys deciding to go onto the intermediates. I think we can still make these work. This looks like he's going to get past Ocon here. Nico Hülkenberg down the inside of 130R. Brilliant from him there. Yeah, lots of people in the pits now. So 11th and 12th.
And there's been a slow pit stop.
And that's George Russell with a slow pit stop. Right, do we bring Hulk in now? I think we do. Most people coming in. So here he comes. Yep, good pit stop. Once again, so 13th for Hülkenberg. Bortoletto were just absolutely going for it with. And he'll come in at the end of this lap. But yeah, he's been caught, isn't he, by Gasly on those inters are faster. So we've waited too long, I think, with Bortoletto here. Oh, what a shame. What a shame, but he's up in 7th. Comes in now, and there's Hülkenberg down the inside of Lindblad. Yes, he's going to be up into 10th here. Got to keep on that inside line, and does. That's a huge move, because now I don't think, well, surely, yeah, X-Mode is going to be disabled soon, which is going to make it much more difficult to overtake on the straights, isn't it? Yeah, this is interesting now. There's yellow flags out there. Safety car. Safety car. Let's see what's happened and who was it. It's Isaac Hadjar. And is that Pierre Gasly? Oh, that's a huge crash. So Hadjar's out. Gasly's out. That works out quite well for us.
Safety car, run through its safety car. We need to focus on the energy now.
Yeah,
Delta
they're
positive.
both out, so Hülkenberg up to 8th now.
High speed weaving if you can.
Focus on the tyres.
Okay.
Copy.
So safety car's out now. Everybody's caught up. So car's gone through.
Copy.
Battery's good. Copy.
So safety car
Safety
in
car
this
will be
lap.
coming in this lap. Start to get ready.
Copy
This
that.
is ridiculous how much fuel these boys have got now.
You're good to reduce lift and coast.
Yep.
Looks
We can cancel
okay,
the lift
yeah.
and coast.
This all looks
Okay.
good.
You have energy.
Copy.
So let's see
Safety
what
car's in
can
the lane.
happen. So Max Verstappen leads this Grand Prix.
overtaking,
Norris
control.
2nd, Russell 3rd, Piastri 4th, Hamilton 5th, Antonelli 6th, and then Leclerc. We are currently in 8th place. Oh well, we were having a little look at
We're currently
Hamilton there. Yeah, didn't manage to make it past just yet. But following him closely, sorry, it's Charles Leclerc, Bortoletto, I think Colapinto and Alonso. I mean, he's up in 11th place. What a performance from him so far in this race. Now, considering Aston Martin were the worst two cars by far earlier on. There's Ocon running wide, and that's given Colapinto a chance. As Norris and Russell are fighting it out at the front. And Max Verstappen there as well. It's all happening. It's all happening. And we're only 32 laps into this Grand Prix. Come on. Yeah, chance here. Down the inside he goes. Brilliant from Bortoleto. Past Colapinto now. And this is huge. Needs to get past Esteban Ocon. Might have a chance down into the chicane. It doesn't look like it just yet. Harvest through this first sector. Hulkenberg, meanwhile, following Kimi Antonelli. Yeah. Can't quite maintain it for now. Well, let's push it forward a bit. Bortoleto will eventually catch Ocon.
He's 1.2 behind. Getting the rhythm, you're doing okay.
Okay, Hulkenberg. Let's get on to intervals. Yeah, 2.4 ahead of Lindblad now, so he's in a bit of a race of his own. Let's get those tyres back to a good temp. And what we could do is just avoid high-risk curbs. That might bring things back into reasonable control. Okay, so Ocon very much next here. On Bortoleto's list, we are going to deploy our ERS. I'm hoping we can get him on the straight here. Yes, here we go. Excellent move, and it's going to be into the first turn. He goes round the outside, but just couldn't make it stick. It was close, but not quite close enough. Oh, whoa, it's a huge incident.
I did a mistake.
We need to
And
keep
for
going.
the third race in a row,
Just looking
Bortoleto
here, possibly
has
Ocon's
made
part of that.
Car is safe.
a huge mistake, and it was his lockup, I think. Oh, and straight into the back.
What was that, honestly? Oh.
And I think that could be Ocon out of this race.
I think I have damage.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Box.
Push.
Box for
Unbelievable. He's surely going to get a penalty for that.
Come on, mate.
There's not going to be any points on offer. Yeah. So 5-second penalty.
Do everything you can to cool your tyres. That's going to give you more grip to defend and attack.
Right, anyway, he's coming into the pits. Going to change that front wing.
Box slippy.
Copy.
I'm hoping he'll get the 5 seconds done as well. No.
Sorry, mate.
And who's that having an issue in the pits?
Just a pit stop issue, apparently, right. Anyway. It's going back onto neutral now for Nico Hülkenberg. Yeah, he's running a bit of a lonely race up in 8th, isn't he?
No more energy.
Bortoletto in 17th. Yeah, not really showing any sign of catching back up to Ocon. We'll see. Let's have a little look at tyres then. So yeah, Hülkenberg's probably the best of anybody on the track, other than Bortoletto, who is now finding some time. 39.1, that's about half a second quicker than Nico. There's a possibility that we could get Antonelli by the end of the race here. I'm just going to continue to look after those tyres. See what they can do. Bortoletto now within 15 seconds of Ocon. But remember, he will be having to take that 5-second penalty. Right, let's use a bit of ERS, see if we can catch up with Nico here. Yep, he is doing.
Your battery's drained.
Copy.
Alright, nice.
And recharge on.
Copy.
So we recharge through the first couple of sectors and then back into neutral. And now it's back to 3 seconds now. So Lando Norris looks like he might get his first victory of the season. Russell battling with Max Verstappen. But, yeah. Yeah, Bortoletto, I mean, his tyres are very much not going to reach the end at that.
It's stopping in pit lane.
Okay.
Alright, let's have a little look at this. Are we going to need
Call the
slicks
tyres
by
on
the
the straight.
end?
Copy.
Oof. 3 laps to go. I don't think so. I mean, we could just risk it, couldn't we? Why not?
Box, box.
Why not risk it?
Our conditions.
DRS enabled.
There's only 3 laps to go. I don't think Hülkenberg's going to get close enough to Antonelli. Well, there goes Bortoletto then away. Let's see what he can do on the slick tyres. I don't think it'll make that much difference in the end.
3
He's not going to have enough time anyway. He might find himself getting faster slap or something similar. Hulkenberg now within 2 seconds.
Battery's good when you want it.
He might just
Actually pass those.
give it a bit of an attack here, because we might be able to get him. So Norris starts his final lap. Verstappen currently second. Oh, here we go. I mean, look at this. We are now within a second of Antonelli. Whether we can pass him or not, I don't know. Be a huge performance for Hulkenberg if he did manage it. Antonelli now has a mechanical fault. So this really could be a big chance. We'll deploy the rest of the energy here. Bortoletto sets fastest lap of the race. But I think it's going to be Lando Norris that comes over the line and gets his first race victory of the season. Verstappen second, Russell third, but let's help on board with Hulkenberg. Is he going to manage it here? Can he get past him over the line? It's going to be very, very tight, but Antonelli finishes 7th, Hulkenberg 8th. And it's a brilliant 4 points once again for Nico, especially starting down in 17th. His pace was brilliant at the start of this race.
Really good stuff, buddy. So into the
Bortoletto could have had points, but sadly made big mistakes out there. Colapinto's got a puncture. Is Bortoletto going to be able to catch him? I don't think he will, but yeah, Bortoletto again.
Think about K0.
He's using everything that he's got out there. And he comes round now. Final couple of corners. Could be another faster slap potentially as he comes up to the line.
Copy.
No. There you go, though. 17th place for him. Another disappointment. 3 races in a row for Gabriel Bortoletto that have been a disappointment.
Put it all together for the perfect drive today.
There wasn't too much expectation on them today, but they fought hard and found themselves in the points.
It's hugs all round for the team. In fact, they all deserve a pat on the back as well for everything that they've achieved. Lando Norris certainly loves a podium, heading up there now to celebrate again.
Very, very good from Lando.
Formula One, and hopefully a bright future lies ahead of them.
Very, very
and a lovely
good.
show of sportsmanship to conclude proceedings here in Japan. So then, Karun, how do you think the Sauber team will be feeling after that?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
And that's all for today as we wrap up the weekend here in Japan.
Well, there it is then. Lando Norris wins the Japanese Grand Prix ahead of Max Verstappen in second. Russell finishes third ahead of Piastri in fourth. Hamilton and Leclerc finish fifth and sixth, with Antonelli in seventh. We finish eighth with Hulkenberg. Lindblad finishes ninth, and Fernando Alonso scores a brilliant point once again for Aston Martin. Into the driver's standings then, Nico Hulkenberg remains in seventh in the championship. Max Verstappen, though, takes over the lead, but there's only 5 points between the top 4 drivers. Into the constructors, Ferrari still leading the way, but McLaren are keeping them honest. Red Bull are up there, and Mercedes starting to catch up. Okay, into the pit stops. Gabby Bortoletto had a great pit stop. He had the 6th fastest time of the day, but looks like Cadillac are one of the teams to beat this season, along with McLaren and the Racing Bulls. So we met our race target with both of them, but yeah, well, and Bortoletto improves to an 84. Which is pretty crazy, actually, isn't it? But there you go. Anyway, very, very happy about that, and more points in the bag. So we will be back next time out with the Bahrain Grand Prix as we look to continue our excellent start to the season. If you've enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.